Hey everybody! The purpose of this video is to get you some solutions to the ADA ramp quiz. So we're checking the grade of the ADA ramp out in front of Modoc Hall and making sure it complies with code. Just checking to make sure it complies with code. So here we go. I'd like to give you some reasons why. Here we go. So here's the measurements I took while you guys were running around measuring staircases, or measuring stairs, I guess. The rise was 2 feet 1/2 inch, and the run, or the hypotenuse I should say, is 25 feet 1 inch. So the first thing I wanted you to do is to check, is the rise within code? So if you look up the code, the least possible slope, that doesn't talk about rise, the maximum rise for any run shall be 30 inches. Okay, so 2 feet 12.5 inch, 2 feet 1/2 inch is 24.5 inches, so we are under the maximum. So we are, yes, we are good there. Yes. Calculate the grade slope of the ramp the wrong way. You figure it's good enough for government work? Yeah, okay, so the wrong way means forget the fact that we don't have the run, just calculate it as rise over hypotenuse. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Google to help me do this. So I'm going to come up here and just go ahead and type the, here, I'll bring it down into the main window here so we can actually get to it in the center. So we're going to look for the rise, which is 24 1/2 inches, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 25 feet times 12 inches plus 1 inch. So all I did right there was just do a real quick computation within Google. That gives me, it looks like a grade of 0.081, so 8.1% on the grade there. Let's back out to here and see how that ties in. That is the grade, okay. Notice how they gave us a maximum allowable slope of 1 in 12. Let's compare ours to that. So we have to convert this bad boy to a decimal. So let's once again bring this guy down so you can see it in the middle of the screen here. 1/12 ends up being 0.083 repeating. So if we compare 0.083 repeating to 0.081, we see that 0.083 is bigger because it's 3 and not 1. Does our ramp grade comply with ADA code? Well, it says it's got a maximum slope will be 1 in 12. Ours comes in under, so it's okay. It's okay. And then last but not least, we have to check to see if we got audited and they said, hey, wait a minute now. You didn't do the slope the right way. You did rise over hypotenuse. You didn't do rise over run. So we're going to have to first find the rise over the run. Or first we have to find the run, and then we have to calculate the rise over the run. So at any rate, to figure out the rise over the run, I'll do once again, pull a Google window down. We have to first figure out what the run is, and if you remember, if you use a right triangle to find the run, you can use Pythagoras. I'm going to show you once again the miracle of the internet in case you're tired of doing this kind of arithmetic. We can type in Pythagorean triangle solver or something along those lines. Let's see what this link looks like here. Pythagorean theorem algebra. Yeah, look at that. Calculate hypotenuse if you know, calculate leg if you know. So we know a leg, we know a hypotenuse. We know that the leg is 24.5 inches, and we know the hypotenuse, now I actually didn't do the calculations, 25 times 12, which would be 100 times 3, it's 301 inches. All right, and then we solve it. And it tells us, where is it? Here we go. It tells us that, what is it telling us here? It's again, it's 300. That's totally fine. That's kind of what we would imagine. So we know that that last little piece is going to be about 300. So if we then go back to our good buddy Google, and we know the leg is 300, we can do 24.5 divided by 300, which is now rise over run. Strike enter, and we come up with 0.081666666, and we know that is bigger than 0.08139 because the rise should be bigger than the run, or excuse me, the right way should be bigger than the wrong way because the hypotenuse is longer. But it's still less than the maximum grade, which means we're still okay. So when you answer their charge, so the calculation we just did, the run is 0.081666 or something close to it. I'm sure you might have gotten a slightly different answer. But the idea is that it's still under the maximum grade, so therefore, even though we did it wrong, it's close enough to still keep us under the maximum grade. So we're golden. All right, I hope that helped, and we'll catch you in class.